Do you ever catch yourself clenching your jaw while you're working or while you're driving or even while you're scrolling on TikTok? That tension can be really bad for your teeth, but it can even cause headaches, it can cause jaw pain and TMJ problems. So luckily, if this happens to you, there is a quick breathing exercise that you can do literally in that moment that might be able to stop you from clenching. So as a dentist, I'm gonna show you how this actually works and whether it's enough to really stop clenching your teeth for good. And real quick, so clenching and grinding your teeth is called bruxism. This can happen either during the daytime, like while you're awake, or at nighttime when you're sleeping. Now, when you're sleeping, it's a little bit harder because you can't really control it. You don't even know that you're doing it. You're unconscious. But either way, the risks are the same. You're gonna be damaging your teeth. The more you grind and clench, the more you're gonna wear that enamel and wear those teeth down. They're gonna get shorter and flatter, and even at a higher risk of fracturing. And it doesn't just affect the teeth where they get bit on. It can also affect like the gums, because all that inflammation of grinding and clenching can cause your gums to pull back, can cause gum recession. It can cause these lesions right by the gum line called abfraction lesions, because as your teeth bite, they kind of flex, and the point that they flex is right by the gum line. So it can cause these like punched out lesions right by your gum line. That allows more bacteria to get in there, more risk for getting cavities, and again, more risk that those teeth can break. Now, a simple solution for a lot of people when they grind their teeth is a bite guard or a bite splint. A bite splint is something you wear typically at nighttime, and it's because whenever you grind and clench your teeth, the only way to protect it is to have something like protecting your teeth. So you have this like thicker retainer over your teeth. This goes over one set of teeth, either your top or your bottom. And that way, anytime you grind and clench, it deflects those forces and protects your teeth. That way, when you're sleeping, you're unconscious, you don't even know that you're grinding your teeth, at least you're protecting them. So that's why when I saw this article, it was really interesting because they were literally talking about an exercise that can stop you from clenching your teeth in real time. Now, the thing is, this is probably gonna work best if you grind and clench during the day. So if you ever catch yourself grinding and clenching, this is something you can do to stop it. But when you're sleeping, it might not help so much. So the way they talk about in the article is you do a deep inhale, and then you hold your breath for 4 seconds, and then you exhale over 4 seconds. So basically it looks like this. You're gonna take a deep inhale through the nose, and then you're gonna hold your breath for 4 seconds, and then you're gonna exhale slowly over 4 seconds. Then after you're done with this, it says to put the palms of your hands on the sides of your face with your fingers spread out, and then slowly move your hands down to your neck area. Then lastly, finish it off with another one of those deep breaths. So now, first of all, why does this even work? And second of all, is it even legit? Well, yes, it is legit, because when you take a slow breath and you start slowing down your breathing, you're basically telling your body to relax, and it's slowing down your nervous system. Because a lot of times when people grind and clench their teeth, it's because their sympathetic nervous system or their fight or flight mode is active. And this makes sense because a lot of times clenching and grinding your teeth is related to stress. There are other factors too, but stress is a common denominator. So when you start slowing down your breathing, it's basically putting a brake on this stress. It's basically activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is like your rest and relax mode. And then if you combine that with the hand motion, like physically touching those areas, it's basically helping the brain signal like, hey, calm these areas down. This actually creates a biofeedback loop. So as you start relaxing, as you start basically touching your face and your jaw, your brain is sensing that stress there. And then it's helping remind your muscles to basically release and relax. Think of it kind of like your bad posture. Like, like when you're sitting in a chair and your shoulders are shrugged like up to your ears, and then you notice it and then you like sit straight and you kind of put your shoulders back. It's basically reminding your brain of the same thing with your jaw. But in this instance, you're basically combining two things, both the intrinsic, like your breathing, and also the extrinsic, like the touching those physical areas. Now, the main caveat to this is you have to catch yourself doing it. Like if you're just driving and you're clenching your teeth and you don't even realize that you're doing it, then that could be a problem because you're not going to remind yourself to do this exercise. And one thing I did want to know is the exercise did say to inhale through your nose and then exhale through your mouth specifically. I don't think it really matters too much. I would actually prefer to inhale and exhale both through my nose. And that could just be me because I'm a big proponent of nose breathing. I think nasal breathing is so much better than mouth breathing. But if you're doing it just for an exercise, I don't really think it matters too much. Now, I don't think this is actually going to cure your bruxism or your grinding because the trigger is still there. Whatever's causing you to grind your teeth, whether it's bad sleep or whether it's stress, or it could even be like your bite being off. It's not gonna fix any of those problems, but it's gonna help kind of like a short-term fix. But I still think if you are someone that grinds their teeth, one of those bite splints or night guards are still gonna help, especially because when you're sleeping, you don't even realize that you're grinding. But if you combine it with this exercise, maybe like times that you know that you're gonna be grinding your teeth, try doing this first. Like before you go on a drive, try doing this 1-minute exercise, or before you go to sleep, try doing this. It might help you sleep and it might prevent some of that jaw pain or protect your teeth teeth at least. Now, if you are someone that grinds their teeth, I would also recommend going to the dentist in the first place if you haven't already, because they might help come up with other solutions that you haven't thought of either. So yes, in a nutshell, this breathing trick can help calm your muscles and prevent you from grinding and clenching your teeth. So definitely give it a shot. There's no harm in doing it, and it takes like less than 1 minute. So I do think it's helpful. I just don't think it's gonna fix all your problems, especially when it comes to grinding and clenching. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked that video. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel below, and I will see you in the next video. Would you brush your teeth with toothpaste made from human hair? Say what? I know, it sounds wild, but researchers are saying that a protein found in human hair, keratin, can help rebuild your enamel. This could be game changer, but how legit is this? Well, as a dentist, I'm gonna help explain that to you. Your enamel is the